down there. Santa Barbara. Okay, so we made it to above Santa Barbara, which is beautiful. Nice place to pull over, just sit down for a chat. This video is one that I've been wanting to make for a while. You know, I've been a little bit complacent with my YouTube channel. It's almost as if the busier life gets, both personally and professionally, the less that I sort of can involve the YouTube channel. And I don't want it to be that way. But it has been that way. It's been a lot of just recounting what I've done, with not really anything exceptional in terms of footage to share. It's really difficult. You know, I think that's why there's not a lot of YouTube channels, maybe any at all, that really go behind the scenes on sort of a commercial shoot, because the true big commercial shoots that I've been a part of, that's not allowed, and that's not the focus. You know, the focus is the photography. I can chat about it afterwards, but I think in terms of bringing people along behind the scenes, it's really difficult and oftentimes sort of out of the question. In addition to that, I've been focusing on directing a lot more. Built out my director's reel. There's like 3 or 4 projects now on my website that I'm really happy about. And directing, sort of taking a step into that directing world, has been a blast. As I mentioned, I'm heading up to Los Olivos right now to finish up my documentary that I'm directing. And it's been almost 6 months now of sort of continuous focus on one project, which is sort of the opposite of the YouTube channel a lot of the time. I'm usually doing this on sort of a monthly basis, which, you know, in its own right is actually really good for the creative brain as well. But I really want to find some time to flesh out longer form ideas that take more time, certainly incorporate other artists, how they do things, more interviews. So that's sort of where my head is at regarding the channel. I want to make stuff that I would want to watch. And I think for a while there, I was making stuff just to make it. I was making stuff just because maybe I thought it would do well on YouTube. And I don't want that to be the case for this channel. I have built this channel on, I'd like to think, something different than that. So consider this video me just getting back to my roots of sharing what I think is cool and what inspires me. Now, I've been at this YouTube thing for a long time now, and I think it's important with anything, any creative endeavor, to continue to reinvent yourself. And if you don't do that, I think you eventually sort of collapse under the repetition of just doing the same thing over and over again. I found this with my photography, and I've certainly found it with YouTube as well. I think we're all meant to continue to try new things. You're not meant to do the same thing over and over again just because it works or because it gets some views. And it's really easy to get caught up in that. Now, I want to take a second to talk about the documentary that we're making, and I haven't really talked about it in detail. So I want to just sort of explain the whole project and what it's about. So this is a chef that I'm really good friends with. His name is Brad Matthews. He's a chef out here in Los Olivos, Santa Ynez Valley, which is sort of a breadbasket of Southern California. A lot of produce has grown up here. It's an amazing place to own a restaurant. You're really close to the source, both with seafood and with produce. So it's a story of this area. It's also definitely a story of him. He has had a really interesting life, and I'll spare some of the details just so you guys can actually watch the documentary when it comes out. But it's really cool because you find sort of these parallels between the place and the person, and it's been so fun to devote time and energy consistently for this amount of time. This is the longest project I've ever worked on. I've been working in tandem with my buddy Jordan, who's a really talented DP. I will link his work down below. He and I have done probably 5, maybe 6 trips now up to Los Olivos, and every single trip it just gets better and better. The footage gets more and more stellar, and the story is sort of laid out in front of our eyes. It's really cool to see it all come together. I think what this has taught me is I want to do more long-form projects like this, where you're giving effort over a consistent period of time, and the project just means a little bit more. It's not this quick turnover social media jargon that you see a lot of the time now. That has its place, but it's not really what I want to be focusing my time on. I want to do longer form pieces, stuff that has meaning, stuff that has story. So this is where I see a lot of crossover happening with the YouTube channel. Now, I also want to chat about a few of the amazing photography projects that I've been able to photograph over the last several months. But first, I want to play you guys the trailer for the documentary that we just finished.
I think that owning a seafood restaurant in California offers a lot of luxuries. Having such a first-hand relationship and understanding, and spending as much time as I can up here, which is not enough. In any creative discipline, you push. And like the romantic part about it is that like you're choosing this thing that you will never be as good at it as you want. That's the romance of it. That's the, like, I'm an addict, right? So that's the addiction, is that I'm never going to be as good at this as I want to be. I will find a flaw in everything every single day, and I will continue to that. Greatness is not going out with your friends. It's not going to parties. It's doing the same thing every single day. It's getting up early, especially through sobriety. That's been something to me that I've really attached to. I think that my motivation comes from the fact that I am so afraid to go backwards. I came to Santa Ynez to open this restaurant, to be the chef of this restaurant. I am here, and if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it with everything I have.
Just made it to Los Olivos. So beautiful out here. Just the rolling golden hills, beautiful trees everywhere. It's nice to be back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that trailer. Honestly, one of the coolest things I think I've ever made. And I think the coolest part is I did it with my friends. It's been such an invigorating 6 months working on this project. I've photographed Brad a lot over the years, as you guys have probably seen. I've taken some of my favorite photos in his kitchen and of his process. It's just been really cool to sort of tell that story a little bit more through filmmaking and through directing. It's been amazing. Now, in addition to this documentary, I've been working on a lot of cool photography projects, and I could finally share some of them, which is super exciting. The first and probably the most exciting one is one of the AllTrails campaigns that I shot last summer is currently on billboards all over America, especially in San Francisco, also in airports in Portland, Denver, Seattle, San Luis Obispo, as far as I know, and a few other spots on the East Coast as well. This is my first really large printed national campaign of this size. It's really cool. I haven't seen the work in person, but I have had a few friends go take some photos, and the setup looks great. Union Square, San Francisco, one of the most popular places in the city. To see my photos that large is really cool. Gonna try to make it up there hopefully before the billboards go away. But it's amazing to have my work printed that large. Huge thank you to the AllTrails team, as always, for believing in me and my vision and continuing to trust me over the years. We've made almost 5 years of work now together, which is amazing. And the billboards are a really exciting step in the right direction for me. Also just got done with a Mercedes-Benz and Condé Nast campaign, which is also going live. The website is live. I'm going to be sharing the photos here in a few weeks once I'm given the green light. But this campaign was amazing. It was commemorating 140 years of Mercedes-Benz, and the way we did that was a road trip. So I shot an S-Class Mercedes in Flagstaff, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, Big Sur, San Francisco, Carmel, and Malibu. It was a week-long shoot, one of the biggest shoots I've ever been a part of. And it was amazing. I wish I could have sort of captured more of what it felt like to be there and some behind the scenes. But the team was amazing to work with, and we got some really great stuff. Again, really excited to share more of that here soon. But that shoot, and combined with the AllTrails shoot, it's been a good start to the year. Now, this progression in my career is what I've always wanted as an artist and as a photographer. Wanted to start directing, wanted to work on much larger commercial sets, and this is kind of where I see my work going from here on out. Now, the YouTube channel is still really important to me. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm just sort of figuring out ways that I can make it fun for me and also really bring some substance and some really high quality work to this space because I can't keep doing the simple sort of repetitive stuff over and over again. It's really hard for me. And it's just not the way that I really like to do things. So this video is sort of a promise to myself that here on out, I'm going to really prioritize focusing on the stuff that I want to make. So hopefully you guys are along for the ride. Now with all that being said, I'm running late to dinner, so I gotta go head over there now. I'm gonna start filming the rest of the documentary tomorrow, and I'll keep you guys posted on how it turns out. Now before this video wraps up, I want to take a moment and thank today's sponsor, which is Squarespace, for sponsoring today's episode. Squarespace, as you guys know by now, longtime supporter of this YouTube channel, and simply put, they're just the easiest way to make any sort of creative website, create different gallery pages, sell e-commerce products, even book appointments. Their software makes all of this incredibly easy to do. I actually just redid my website, which I'll do another video on here soon, but it was all laid out in Squarespace, and I'm really happy with how it looks. Now, if you guys want to check out Squarespace for yourself, there'll be a link down below in the description to receive 10% off your first website or domain purchase. Thanks so much to Squarespace, as always, for sponsoring this video, and thanks to you guys for continuing to watch over the years. Here's to a new chapter. Take care.